Listen to Deuteronomy 15:11. For the poor will never cease from the land. Sounds like Jesus speaking in the New Testament when he made the statement, the poor you'll always have with you. The poor will never cease from the land. So what are we going to do about it? Now listen carefully. Therefore I command you, saying, you shall open your hand wide to your brother, to your poor and your needy in the land. Can I tell you what I struggled with this afternoon when I was praying about tonight's service? I said, God, I don't know how it's happened, but I believe in God-blessed America. The church is sort of in a slumber. It is in a point where preachers stand up and preach, and it's sort of like, well, he's just preaching. He's just exegeting text, and it's not really like real live, infallible, inerrant proofs from a holy God to speak into the life of the church, from a God who will hold us accountable for the truths that he has spoken. And I thought, I don't know what else I can do in trying to speak God's word and to tell the truth. We need to recognize in a fresh, new way God's ownership. We are stewards. You own nothing. Everything you have. Paul said this, what do I have that I did not receive? God gives it to us. Let me speak to that for a moment. We Americans sometimes believe that if we have had success in life, it is mainly the result of hard work, and we therefore have an absolute right to use our money as we see fit. But while the Bible agrees that industrialness, or the lack of it, is an irreplaceable part of why we are successful or not, it is never the main reason. I know what my Bible says in Proverbs chapter 6 and verse number 9 through 11, where the Bible magnifies the fact of the busyness and the routine of using a good business mind. And what does he use to illustrate it with? The ant. The ant. But if you had been born on a mountaintop in Tibet in the 13th century instead of the Western country that we're in the 20th century, then no matter how hard you worked, you would have had a much slower progress than you've known. If you have money, power, and status today, it's due to the century and the place in which you were born, to your talents, capabilities, and health, none of which you earned. I didn't earn my talents, whatever they may be. God gave them to me. The capabilities that I have, oh sure, you may attempt to be better than you were, but the truth is God gives you that capacity. The health that I'm enjoying, God gives you your health. So none of which I earned. So in short, all of our resources in the end are the gift of God. Let's just talk and hear from David for a moment. David was a king. And God used him. We can study his life and see him as a shepherd boy. And God takes him from being a shepherd boy and makes him a king. But listen what he said in 1 Chronicles 29 and verse 11 about what he has. Listen to this. Yours, O Lord, is the greatness, the power and the glory, the victory and the majesty. For all that is in heaven and in earth is yours. Yours is the kingdom, O Lord. You are exalted as head over all. Both riches and honor come from you, and you reign over all. In your hand is power and might. In your hand it is to make great and to give strength to all. Now therefore, O God, we thank you. Praise your glorious name. But who am I and who are my people that we should be able to offer so willingly as this? For all things come from you, and of your own we have given you. You know what he's actually saying? Everything I have, God gave it to me. And when I put money in the offering a moment ago, it was actually something God had given me and entrusted with me as a steward. And so when I gave it back, in essence, it really weren't me giving to God. It was God giving to God.